Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. I've made some progress on the Bronco. I've got the front clip totally painted and clear coated and ready to go. You can see a close-up of that on that recent episode with the Harbor Freight Black Widow paint gun review I did. And then I got the whole rest of the tub in epoxy primer. I forgot to order seam sealer ahead of time, so I'm waiting for that to come. So this is past its recoat window. I'm gonna have to scuff it all up. But I don't wanna be in a rush, so I figured I was gonna have to do that anyway. Not a big deal. I've got all the sort of openings between the front and the tub masked off, so I can just work in peace, get everything worked out. Let me bring you in for a closer look on how the tub is looking. All right, coming in, you know, I've obviously got my repair, that's the extra fuel door panel. This edge is a little wavy. I built these standoffs for the body mounts, so those could be, I'm gonna massage those edges with body filler. Right now it's just short strand fiberglass. Well, it's a big washer with short strand fiberglass around it and weld. And but otherwise, the tub looks like it's in great shape. I mean, it's pretty much ready to paint. While I wait for the seam sealer, I'm gonna get to work on the doors, and the doors do have some rust along the bottom corner, which is pretty common. Moving over to the second door, this one's not as bad. Now it's shiny here because I took a wire wheel. When you get it back from the blaster, you want to take a wire wheel and hit the areas that are suspect, and it'll open the holes up so you can and maybe even find new holes so you can see what's structurally not sound. Now we're on the front side. You can see I've got the corners here, and a big one there. I think these doors are savable. That's the plan A, is to save the doors. If plan A doesn't work, I have a very good plan B, which is to get new lower door shelves from Tom's Off-Road. Now, I've bought door shelves from them before for the prior Bronco that I ended up selling, and they are great quality. So I have no hesitation in doing it. I'm just trying to keep the sheet metal as original as possible. If I get into this and it looks like it's not gonna work, then I'll just go ahead and do that. But for now, I'm gonna try to save the doors, and I'll tune you back in when I'm done welding and grinding, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, this is the door that had the worse skin, but the better support. So I've done the skin side. I made a patch panel for here. Here I just welded the holes, and I made a patch panel for here. You can see that it's low. Oops, sorry. You can see that it's low so that I can fill it with fiberglass. Short strand fiberglass. So this door is definitely going to be saved. The inside of the driver door is now done. I've welded all the holes. I did have to chase the holes a little bit with my welds, but that's expected. This sheet metal is on a curve and it's thicker, so it can take the heat a little more. Filled that up. Now, I want you to get in close here. Do you see how there's holes here? Those aren't actually holes. That's like the low spots from the shrinkage, okay? Don't chase those. Let those be, fill them with short strand body filler. That's my advice, because if you try to chase those with your grinder, you're gonna grind away too much metal and make it thin. Better leave it thick and just fill it with material. Okay, both doors are now, this was the second door. This is the second door. They both had these holes under the mirror. I think at some point they must have had the truck mirror things on them. And then, you know, corner's done. They're both saved, so that's good. Now I'm going to turn my attention to the hood. The hood, I've got rust, focus, all along the nose, basically. A little spot there. Actually, it's mostly on this side, and then I've got this section here. I do have some rot here, but you know, there's no reason for this lip to be this deep, so I could probably shave that a little bit, and then no one would be the wiser if I just shave it uniformly across the lip. But I do need to change this part out. That's beyond, that's got to be a patch. Okay, it's been a couple hours, and I replaced from like here to here-ish, so that looks okay actually. I filled in some holes. So I'll hit that with the body filler. I'm out of body filler. I was able to get all the holes closed up front. That's less pretty, but again, that's what the fiberglass is for. Okay, moving right along, I've got 1/2 of those parts sprayed. You can see how the fiberglass absorbs the epoxy differently. But that's okay, because I'm going to do a coat of Bodywork over that just to finish smoothing it out. But this is where all those rust holes were. You know, giving you a close-up here. Let me go around to the sunny side. And then I got the insides of the front fenders shot. So I'm gonna let this dry, flip them over, do the other side obviously, and then these are sealed forever. I also obviously did some smalls. In case you're wondering, this is the, these three are the inside the tailgate spare tire mounting. Okay, I've been busy. I've gotten every major panel in epoxy now. The windshield frame, the tailgate, hood, grill, and of course the dash. So it looks pretty good. There was some damage repair done here by somebody and it was horrible. So I'm gonna have to straighten that out. These also had some pitting in them. I'll talk about that a little bit. Fenders are done, doors are done, door frames are done, window frames. And then also I got my seam sealer in. So I have seam sealed the entire bed. This is SEM seam sealer, SEM. So it's every SEM seam sealer is sandable. So even if it looks a little messy here, I will sand it and clean it up a little bit. As I mentioned, some of these had some pitting in it, so I used concrete and metal prep. It's a clean strip product. You get it at Home Depot. It's very cheap and basically does the same thing as OSFO. So I applied the OSFO or the prep and etch with a brush, and then I waited a little while and didn't let it dry on there. Then I wiped it off with pre-prep and a cloth. Then I let it dry. Most of it was off, and then I went back and I manually abraded any of the black stuff that was remaining, wiped it off, pre-prep again, and then I shot it with epoxy. So I think that's gonna be okay. Now all the panels are done. So now I move into true bodywork. I'm gonna start with the tub. There's not that much bodywork there, so I'm gonna do whatever's in the tub, shoot the tub and have that be done, including the jams. And that way the whole interior is done, and that's gonna be awesome. And then I can move to the panels that are gonna be assembled. My plan for these is to shoot the back sides of them with color and clear, and then put them on the body and paint them on the body. So I'm using the same mix of paint, the same, you know, strokes or whatever. I've heard that like gives the best results, but hey, I'm like a rookie when it comes to this stuff. So if you have opinions on that, let me know. I think that is it for today. I'm tired, my back hurts. See you next time on Matt's Garage.